Man refuses marriage counseling unless his wife stops being a bitch. What happens next is genius. John and Jane Smith have been married for 5 or 6 years. They are a successful married couple living in a large house in the suburbs of New York City. John is a construction executive and Jane is a tech support consultant. But under the surface, their marriage is disintegrating due to a lack of communication and small acts of quiet aggression, like Jane installing drapes that John specifically told her he hated. The two met in Bogota, Colombia, where they were both on a job. They claimed to be a couple in order to avoid being questioned by Colombian authorities. And before long, they were married in secret. The truth is that John and Jane are both skilled field operatives working for separate contract killing firms and are in fact some of the best in the business. But they are also really bad at lying and even worse at being subtle. So they managed to keep their true profession a secret from each other for most of their marriage. To maintain their cover story, they reluctantly socialize with their neighbors, the Vanderbilts, who are conventionally wealthy but socially awkward. Beneath their perfect suburban facade, John and Jane struggle to balance their marriage, which is mundane, dull, and suffocating, with their careers, which are exciting, dangerous, and full of opportunity. When they are both assigned to kill the same Dia prisoner, Benjamin Tank Duns, during a prison transfer, they run into each other and the hit goes south. This revelation sends them into a tailspin, as they now know that their spouse is also a fellow assassin. And they have a good reason to fear that their marriage was just a part of the cover story and that their spouse will try to kill them in order to protect their secret. After a tense dinner, Jane sneaks off and drives away from their home. John pursues her in hopes of talking things out, but he slips against a fence, causing him to accidentally fire a gunshot that nearly hits her. Jane, now even more afraid for her life, contacts her team and steals John's entire armory, including several guns and ammo from their home. She then tries to kill John, who escapes every time. Over the next few days, they attempt to kill each other several times. The situation escalates until it reaches a fever pitch, and the Smiths' conflict ends in a massive shootout that nearly demolishes their house. During the protracted and evenly matched fight, John and Jane pull guns aiming at each other. John finally realizes that he cannot kill Jane, even if it means she will kill him instead, and lays his gun down. To his surprise, Jane lowers her gun as well, unable to shoot him. They reconcile and spend a passionate night together. Unfortunately, their renewed partnership does not go unnoticed, and their employers try to eliminate the Smiths. Eddie, John's best friend and co-worker, turns down a bounty of $400,000 for each of them. The Smiths are attacked by an army of assassins, and their pockmarked house is blown up. They steal their neighbor's minivan and destroy their attackers, pursuing armored sedans. While bickering about their fighting styles and personal secrets they have discovered about each other, they meet with Eddie and decide to save their marriage. They kidnap Danz from his high-security prison to use as a bargaining chip, only to discover that he is just bait. An intern hired by each of their employers after they discover the Smiths were married, hoping they would kill each other. Discarding each of their contingency plans, the Smiths make a last stand together, fending off an assault inside a home decorating store by heavily armed operatives. In the aftermath, the Smiths meet their marriage counselor again and tell her that their marriage is thriving. And just like that, all the problems are solved. The end.